This video is going to be hopefully short. We're going to solve quadratic equations by using square roots. The times whenever you should use a square root are if in your polynomial you only have an a and a c and there's no b. B is equal to 0, so a is equal to 1, c is equal to negative 144, b equals 0. You could solve this by factoring the way that I've already taught you, or we can do this very quickly by moving the 144 to the other side. Plus 144 plus 144, x squared equals 144. So if x squared is equal to 144, that means we can square root x, square root 144. The square root and square balance each other out to get that x is equal to the square root of 144. And we all know that that's 12, and it's also negative 12. The answers to the square root of 144 are positive 12 and negative 12. So we just put plus or minus 12 because those are both the answer. That's one. Now let's do another example. X squared times 3 is equal to 147. In the last example, we had x squared by itself. This time we have a coefficient in front. This is a 3. So let's divide by 3 first. X squared equals, well, this is just almost 150. 3 would go to 150 50 times. This is 3 less than 150, so this is going to be 49 times. X squared equals 49. That means that x is equal to the square root of 49, which is equal to 7 or negative 7. That means that x is equal to plus 7 or the negative version of 7, plus or minus 7. Those are the two answers. I'll do a few more quick ones. X divided by 8 is equal to 4 divided by x. I don't see anything squared, but if I get my x's on the same side, I would have to multiply by x. To get rid of this 8, I would have to multiply by 8. I'll put the 8 there, and I'll put the 8 up here. So times 8 divided by 8, divided by x times x, x squared equals 32. To answer this, just like the others, I'll square root. X equals the square root of 32. But this one, it doesn't have a perfect answer. There is no perfect square that makes 32. And because of that, we won't have a positive and a negative answer. We will only have the positive answer. So we're going to have to factor that 32. 2 and 16. 16 is 4 and 4. There's 2 of a kind. So I'm able to pull this single pair of 4s out. X equals 4. And since I only have 1, 2, the 2 is going to stay inside the square root. You know what? There is a positive and a negative version of this. 4 square root 2 and negative 4 square root 2 could work. Those are both the answer. So if there is no b, and all you're going to do is take the square root of a positive answer, if you have anything, x squared equals 99. If you're able to factor the other side and get a pair of numbers, well, this one doesn't make a pair. Let's make it so you can get a pair. 100. Well, if I square root and square root, that's x equals 10, but x could also be negative 10, because negative 10 squared is equal to 100. So that means that negative 10 squared could be an answer that I could plug in over here. I could plug this in for x, negative 10. So my answers are x equals positive or the negative version of 10.